Welcome to Kenpo University. My name is Al Babinick, and I'm your instructor. In my school, I'll do a little school talk, and I'll do this a few times through a student's career. Everybody's different. So when somebody starts in the martial arts, sometimes they have coordination, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have balance and power, sometimes they don't. Some people are fast, some people are adding all kinds of extra moves and stuff like that because they took a different style or whatever. Everybody starts different, okay? Once I get to somewhere in the middle, and I'm talking maybe bluish belt, when we're working on the blue techniques or something like that, I'll do a little talk and I'll say, okay, everybody, excuse me, I want you to think about this. Think about how good you've gotten over the past couple years. And I'll tell them, I want you guys to look back and remember how did you do in yellow belt? How did you do in orange belt? So when you were doing striking serpent's head, remember how it took a little while to actually get all the power on that ridge hand into the back of the guy's head? When you were doing orange belt, when we were doing all the pin step cock stuff, do you remember, how you had to try to remember that and you had to, oh, okay, yeah, I need my base pivot and I need this and I need that. And because at that point we didn't know about how the body moves and things like that, and we had to learn about it. So somewhere in blue, I'll stop everybody and say, hey, remember, you had all these problems learning these techniques, and even if it's in purple, where like thundering hammers is one of the techniques, some people like it. When most people are learning it, they may not like it that much because you're using your upper and lower body at the same time. You're doing a forearm and you're doing a knee check. You're doing a check with your right hand, a knee, and a hammer to the kidney. So you're doing a whole bunch of stuff at one time, upper and lower body. And I'll just take time and say, hey, remember how long it took you to learn that? And look how you're doing now, right? And then I'll do the same thing somewhere up in the browns. So every like 4 belts or something like that, 3, 4 belts, and I'll say, hey, you remember when you were in blue belt and flashing mace was giving you a huge problem? Or, you're trying to figure out why Wings of Silk works, or whatever the problem was in those particular techniques, and just trying to learn all the different things that we do. And the purpose is that when you're in the martial arts, it doesn't really matter if it's Kenpo or not, but when you're in the martial arts, you don't get good overnight. You got to put the work in and day out. And the people that actually do 10 minutes of practice a day, even when it's not a day you're supposed to go to class, if you're putting in practice every day, you're going to get better faster than everybody else around you. So the more work you put into it, the better. But you still, when you're at white belt, you're here someplace. And then you get a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. Every time you're going up a belt, you're just getting better and better and better. But it's very slow, and sometimes it's hard to see. So take some time, think about, I don't know what level you are, okay? Think about when you were a white belt or when you were a yellow belt and how you moved and what was hard for you at the time, okay? And then if you're up in the brown someplace, think about, hey, blue belt, how was I? What did I find hard? Was it some of the techniques I mentioned, by the way? So were you having problems with the manipulation on Gift of Destiny? We're getting those locks in there and doing all the hand manipulation and Gift of Destiny hard for you? Or did you pick it up fast? So stop every once in a while. Take some time, think about the past, and see how far you've really come. So a lot of times you just don't even realize how good you've gotten unless you do that. So after we're done with this video, just sit for a couple of minutes and think about how you did in just like the first belt and how you did in a couple belts later than that. And you're going to be hopefully happily surprised at how good you've actually gotten over the years. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.